Hi, today I'm going to talk to you about how to give a great presentation. Do you feel like this when you have to do a presentation in front of your classmates? It's pretty normal. Most people feel nervous. Learn how to feel like this instead. Here are some tips to help you feel more confident. First, pronunciation. Identify the words you need that you may not know how to pronounce. Use Google Translate. That little audio button will tell you how to pronounce the word. You can also Google how do you pronounce and the word, and it will give you a little mouth that will pronounce it for you. Then use speech to text to practice. Talk to your phone. If your phone understands you and can type correctly what you said, probably we can understand you too. Next, number 2, talk, don't read. Reading is boring. If you've ever watched someone read their slides to you, it's enough to make you fall asleep. You don't want that. Make sure you've got your main ideas and data on the slides, not long pieces of text you need to read. Explain and give examples. This should not be on the slides. You should explain and give examples, especially when you're talking about the visuals. Don't memorize your presentation. If you memorize it, 2 problems. Number 1, you may get nervous and forget everything when you walk up there. Then you're stuck. Number 2 is if you have it memorized, you might sound like a robot. Number 3, talk to the back of the room. Make sure everyone can hear you. Don't talk too fast. When people are nervous, they often talk too fast, and it's also hard to hear people who are talking too quickly. Pause. When you have something important to say, pause. It'll make people pay attention to you. Vary your tone, speed, and volume. These will help you be more interesting to your audience. Number 4, use good body language. What does that mean? First of all, look at the audience, not the slides. Find someone to look at in the eyes and change who that is during your talk. Don't turn your back on your audience to look at your presentation. Stand up straight. Yes, we know our moms all told us to do this, but it's great advice. It helps you look more confident and make you feel more confident as well. Smile and show emotion. That will help people pay attention to you and like what you're saying, but it'll also help you feel more relaxed if you're smiling. You should use hand gestures, but not too much. Use natural hand gestures. And you can move to change energy. If you're talking and then you're changing slides, you can move to the other side of the screen and talk from a different place in the room. It will help people pay attention to you. Number 5, teamwork. Decide who will talk when. Everyone should have a time to talk, and it should be organized before you get up there. To help this, you can choose a stage manager, someone who will organize times, who will give signals when things are going too fast or too slow, who can help people if they forget something. Have a strong introduction and conclusion. Your introduction should have a hook that gets people interested right away, a story or some data. Introduce all your team members. Tell your classmates why you chose this topic and why it's interesting to you, and give enough background information so everyone can follow your information. Finally, in your conclusion, give a little summary. Make sure that your main points are clear and easy to understand. Tell them why this is important and leave them with a message for the future. Transitions. Make sure that you have planned in how you're going to move from one team member to the next. You can say something like, next, I'm going to give the floor to my colleague, and she's going to talk about a topic. And they can say, thank you. This is good because it's helping you interact with each other, which will make your presentation much more interesting to your classmates. Finally, you should pay attention to each other. Sometimes I see students looking at their phone or looking out the window while their group is doing a presentation. It doesn't help your audience pay attention. Number 6, practice makes perfect. You've heard this before. You should video yourselves, ask people to watch you, something so that you can see and get some feedback. You can talk in front of a mirror if that's helpful to you. When you get that feedback, you need to listen, look, pay attention, and use the feedback. If you practice 5 to 7 times, that's probably enough to feel comfortable with your material. Finally, feeling nervous is normal on presentation day. You can take some deep breaths. That will help you relax. You can walk around for a few minutes to get your nervous energy out. You can drink some water. That might help you relax too. And think, I'm excited instead of I'm afraid. Just reframing your emotions might help you to feel a little bit more relaxed. Good luck on your presentation.